Hello, friends. How is it going today, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. You know, it's a busy week, a lot of stuff going on. I'm just gonna take my time, do some real relaxing, some real chill drawings today. I feel like, give me some chill drawing suggestions to do. Take my time, hang out, chat with y'all. It's gonna be a good time. I feel it already. I feel it. I feel the energy of this stream already is very positive, very relaxing. I think that's what we all need right now on this Wednesday evening. Hello. Hello. How is everyone? What is up? You know, it's my I don't know what the end of that sentence was going to be. It's my day. How about that? Here's me. I'll draw a little me to get us started. Just a little one. Nothing too wild. Nothing too out of control. You know, something about the way Jacob draws me. I can never quite capture it, but that's okay. This is me. This is my one that I'm doing about it. And I guess we all know my secret now that I'm a tube, that I'm a long tube with spoon hands. What a fun way to come back, you know? Redrawing our portraits. Just finished looking at the video we're posting tomorrow. It's a good week. It's a good time. It's a good time for content, at least. Not a great time for other stuff, but we don't need to talk about that here. You know? This is just a little free draw. I'll get to your suggestions, don't worry. If you got some suggestions, start leaving them. I might look up from this at some point. I don't know, this is the energy I'm bringing today. I hope that's cool with everyone. Sometimes I'm more energetic today. You know, this is what we're doing. I hope you find it relaxing. I find you guys relaxing. You know? There's plenty of stuff online that isn't relaxing. But y'all, generally speaking, and I know, not always good to generalize, but in this instance, I would say generally speaking, you, the folks who attend my streams, relax me. And I thank you for it. You know, you're just sailing along. You see this in the ocean, what do? I think you just wave. Just say, "Oh, look. It's a friend. Just a new friend." What's going on? Let's see. Maybe I'll add a little boat. Don't really know how to draw a boat, but we're gonna figure it out. Sort of like this, right? It's got like a front. It's got like a front and a back. That's what boats have. Got like this thing on the front. And then they got this like back bit. Sort of comes up. Sails. Where do they got the sails? Like here? Couple of sails up here. Square rigging. Whatever that means. crow's nest somewhere. Is the crow's nest on the sails? I guess it'd make it hard to see if it's right over there. I could pull up reference, but that's not what we're doing today. I know there are like usually multiple sets of sails. I don't know where they go. I'm just gonna have them coming out any which way. I hope there aren't any like boat aficionados watching who are offended by this boat. I think this boat should be smaller anyway. I'm pretty big. I'm pretty big in the water. The little boat coming in. And that's fine. That's just what this drawing is. There'll be others. There are gonna be others. That's the great thing about drawing is you do one drawing, you don't like how it is, let's do another one. It'll probably be better. Maybe it'll be worse, but then you can just do another one. There's no limit to how many drawings you can make. That's just facts. I'm just saying facts right now, you know? Some clouds. Okay. Let's get some drawing suggestions. Did I see fan art of the Nico Bolas? Is that with all the did you do fan art of all of the Magic cards we drew on that episode? Because I saw some cool fan art of all those ones, and I really enjoyed it. I feel like I even gave it a like. If I liked it on Twitter, then I certainly saw it. A sleeping elephant with cute pajamas. Yeah. I don't know how elephants look when they sleep normally. I feel like they just sort of blop over onto their side, but I'm gonna have it kind of curled up. I think gonna take some creative liberties here. We're just gonna make a little snoozy guy. Kind of looks like Gro's mother right now. When you find her. Just a little snoozy elephant. Ears sort of plopped over like that. Maybe I'm gonna have like sort of like this. This was a very chill drawing suggestion, so thank you for that. Thank you for staying on theme today. The ears sort of blopped over. Just a friend. Just a friend taking a nap, you know? I do have to give some PJs. Maybe one of these like old-timey nightcaps sort of coming down in front. They have little balls at the end. I'm gonna give it a little Santa-y, but I think that's okay. Not opposed to that. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, if I get lost in the drawing and I'm not talking for a while, I trust y'all to entertain each other. You always do. Anytime I look at the chat, you're always being real sweet to each other. Supportive, friendly, welcoming. That's what I love. That's what I love to see. Because you never know when I'm going to look. So just always pretend like I'm going to look. Is the thing you're going to say something that if I were to suddenly look at the chat, it would put a smile on my face? Probably. That's sort of a good thing to ask yourself. Maybe I'll do a little Q&A as well on the stream. I like your cues. I like your cues. I like trying to give A's. I don't always have the A's, but I sometimes do. If you ask the right cue, you can get a really good A. That's what I've found. What's that? iRobot? It's like, you have to ask my answers are limited. You have to ask the right questions. And then he asks the right question. He goes, that was the right question. Remember iRobot? Remember that movie? iRobot? I remember that movie. iRobot. Alan Tudyk is the robot in that movie. What would make cute little elephant PJs? Little, like mousies? Like mouse pattern on them? Wasn't that a thing when we were little? Like, the elephants are afraid of mousies? That was like a trope in a lot of children's media when I was young. That, like, you show an elephant a mouse and it freaks out for some reason. I don't know if that's actually based on anything. I know that, like, there's some like scientific study revealed that, like, elephants think of us the way we think of, like, puppies. Like, they find us cute. I don't know how you learn that. Is that like brain activity or something? That's something I want to be true. So I just take it at face value. I don't question it too much. I just think that's real sweet. Love the idea of an elephant seeing a person being like, "Oh, what a cutie. Look at that." You little pupper, little doggo. I know people in my generation are getting blasted for saying doggo. I think doggo is good. I think if that's the worst thing we do, say doggo, I'm fine with that. It's just dog with O at the end. It's just like it's just like a way to show that you're excited about a doggo. I think that's nice. That should sort of curve up this way, maybe. Maybe this elephant's just lying on like a big old pillow. Big old like soft, or maybe it's like a bunch of pillows. Sort of like a big sort of pillow fort. Yeah. Just like a whole bunch of pillows for this one elephant. That's the life. That's the life right there. Get these mice some eyes. Just taking our time, drawing our mice, drawing our elephant. Oh, you know what would be cute? You know, I think would be very cute, like a tiny, just a itty bitty little blanket right on top, like draped over. Like, what? It's not, that's not warming him up very much, but it's there. That's kind of fun. I like that. Someone tucked this elephant in with like a person-sized blanket. Elephant-sized pillows, person-sized blanket. Who planned this? Who put this together? Who decided? Love a drawing that raises more questions than it answers, you know? People want a tail? You'll get a tail. Let's see, where would the tail be? Sort of just like coming down like this. How big are elephants' tails? I'm gonna make this one pretty big. I think like this. I think this is okay. Elephants got these kinds of tails, right? A little bushy at the end. Maybe these are like a little bit worn pajamas. They're a little fuzzy. You can see that they're a little fuzzy. I got some little fuzz bits on them. I like that. I like that for us. I like that for us in this drawing. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff here happening. Thank you again for this suggestion. This is a real treat. This is exactly what I needed to see today. Oh my goodness. What a time. What a time. Thank you again to anyone who has decided to back Drawfee on Patreon. That's been very nice to see over these past few days since the announcement. I guess it's been almost a week since the announcement. It has been a week since. Nope, we announced on Thursday. I know my days. What are days? Who knows? Who can say for sure? Time's made up anyway. But it's been nice. It's been nice just going to check, being like, all right, we can keep going. We can keep making it. I mentioned on Monday's stream, but in case anyone wasn't there for that, I'm probably going to continue streaming once a week starting next week. I'm thinking Wednesdays will be my stream day. And then Monday nights will be Drawfee streams, and then we'll probably just be doing all sorts of weird experimental streams on the Drawfee Twitch as well. As we try and get to partner real quick. So if there's any sort of stuff you want to see on there, think about it. Let us know. Try and make those as fun as possible. Yeah, look at this. What a treat. And it's like a little, but he's still outside because he's an animal. So some grass, little grass, just a pile of pillows on the grass, little shrubs, little shrubbies. Sweet dreams, sweet elephant prince. May you have such a restful night, and wake tomorrow with a vigor and zeal for life. Ooh, we got a hype train. Okay. All right, let's say, oh my gosh, so many notifications I got to read. Sorry. Corshay's subscribed. Lick the Cow Happy, thank you for the sub. Madame Revenant, Ash Gracias, Duel the Queen, Madame Revenant, thank you for the bits. Chube, thank you for the bits. Lick the Cow Happy, thank you for the bits. Madame Revenant, thank you for gifting a sub. And Corshay's gave out 10. Wow. Wow. Thank you all so much. Much appreciated, everybody. Very much appreciated. You lovely, lovely folks, you. Absolute mad lads, all of you. All right. This elephant's dreaming of hype trains. Just sweet dreams of hype trains all through the night. Look how peaceful. Look how peaceful and sweet. A precious friend. Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. I approve. I approve of my own drawing here. Oh my gosh, Chube, thank you for the bits. Reforged the Soul, thank you for the subscription. A bunny? Y'all talking about a bunny over there? A sloth drinking a cool beverage while sunbathing next to a pool. Now that is a chill drawing. Yes. Yeah. We can definitely do that. All right. Love a sloth. Sloths are just, they're just real friends. Look at that. Oh yeah. Maybe some shades on this sloth. He is sunbathing after all. Gotta protect the old retinas from those UV rays. Yeah. Just a chill sloth. Chilling by the pool. Oh, to be a sloth chilling by the pool. Obviously the sloth is just resting their bevy right on their tum. Because why wouldn't you, you know? Got it right there. Some ice cubes. Dr. Hudat. Dr. Hudat, thank you for the bits. J. Differus, thank you for the bits. Shweepies, thank you for the sub. Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank you so much. What a joy. Oh yeah. Just a little sweaty bev. Maybe like a fun sort of twisty straw coming in. Don't know if the physics on this works, but that's okay. Sloth don't need to worry about that. Sloth is not concerned. Sloth is only concerned about slurping up that tasty bevo. What do you think's in that? You think that's a daiquiri? I think it's probably got some pineapple, maybe pina colada. I don't know. I love a pina colada. Love a virgin pina colada. Go out for drinks with your friends back when that was a thing people would do. Order a virgin pina colada. I just want something tasty to sip on, you know? It's 3 in the afternoon. I'm not trying to get hammered. I'm not trying to get sloshed, but I do want something tasty to drink. Passion fruit juice. Just some passion fruit juice. There's an arepa place near where I live in Williamsburg. Would go there for brunch. Get a tilapia. It's called a playa deluxe. They got there called their like fish arepa with like a herb sauce, herb like mayo sauce on there, and some of that good yellow sauce. It's like a yellow pepper sauce, and just a cool glass of passion fruit juice. That's what I would get. Hope that place is still open. Haven't been back there in a while, but man, passion fruit juice, refreshing. Refreshing as all get out, I'll tell you. Oh my gosh. What else? AJ from Canada cheered 1 bit. Thank you for the bit. Madame Revenant, thank you for the bits. Hey, it Trek. Thank you for the sub. Yeah. You know, since we've anthropomorphized, we've given him sunglasses. I'm gonna give him a little bathing suit too, little trunks, just little trunks. Do sloths have like the claws on their feet too? I guess they would make sense, right? They're climbing. They're usually climbing around in the trees. I'm giving it to him. Had to do it to him. All right. A little towel. Oh man, I like this sloth a lot. I'm glad I drew him. I'll say he's got his head sort of resting up on a beach ball, because that's fun. This is a big towel. It's like one of them beach blankets, but he just brought it to the pool because he's not above that. You got it, use it, you know? Soak up those rays. Bring your beach blanket to the pool when it's safe to do that again. Maybe if you're not living in America, it's already safe to do it where you live. Who knows? Everybody's doing a better job. It's all good. I like being inside. Pool water over here. Let's get like the ladder. There's no one else at this pool. It's just the sloth. He's just hanging out. That's fine. Maybe he's social distancing. Maybe this is his pool. Just got a full backyard pool. A lot of my backyard neighbors have pools, and I look out at them and I'm jealous. I mean, I'm not jealous of having to maintain a pool, but you know, just be able to go for a little soak every now and then. Not opposed. Look at this desolate, just like, what should I? Let's make it more of a resort. You know, let's add some like fun background stuff, like maybe some like, I don't know, maybe like a little garden, little like ferns or whatever, sort of like mini golf course vibes. Like Carolyn's apartment complex. The very last trip I took before all the lockdown happened, I was out in LA recording that episode of NADPOD, the one with the astral worm. Stayed over at Caldwell's place, got to see a bunch of people. That was super fun. And Carolyn's apartment complex is like just very like tropical vibes. She's got a pool. I don't imagine that's open to her right now. Maybe it is. Would hope not, but who knows. We got to hang out in there. That was fun. So like, what are those, like lil palm trees that sort of look like this? I love that. That's just a pineapple I drew. Maybe they just put some pineapples in the ground and we're like, this is the aesthetic. I just drew a pineapple. It's fine. You know what? Let's put some empties over here. Indicate that this is not his first beverage of the day. He's chilling. These don't have to be alcoholic beverages. They can just be tasty ones. Like I was saying, just some passion fruit juice. Maybe they're each different tropical ones. Maybe one was like virgin daiquiri, one was some virgin pina colada. Now he's on some passion fruit juice. Nothing wrong with staying hydrated on some tasty fruit drinks. And you know, maybe if he wants to get one of them spiked towards the end when he's ready to go back in, take a nap. What a day. What a lovely day that would be. I'll give him a little quaff. Yeah. Yeah. Make this pool water look more like water. How about that, Nathan? Why don't you make it look like it's actually water? Put some bubbles in it. Cause like there's like slight waves in pool water just because it's like the wind or whatever. There. Okay, like concrete on the ground. There you go. That's a chill friend. Very chill drawing. Love that. It's been like a half hour. What's up? What's everybody feeling? Anybody got any stuff to say? Any questions for me? I'm here. I'm reading the chat. Slumbo. I don't know about Slumbo. Chat wants Slumbo to be a hold screen. Slumbo is the elephant. Oh! Because he's a slumbering jumbo. This is Slumbo, we've decided? That's wonderful. Well, thanks for letting me know. I agree with that. This is absolutely Slumbo. Should I just color this guy? Should I just do like a finished render on this friend? All right. Yeah. I'll do that. Let's maybe like straighten it out slightly. Looks like he's doing a mean lean right about now. Let's do like let's get just like a horizon line and see how crooked of a drawing I did. Okay, so let's just figure that out first. First and foremost. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Let's do a more, you know what? Yeah. Let's spend some time on one thing. I like that. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, we got some more stuff. KBoss39 of the Dark Order gave out 2 community gift subs. Thank you very much for that. That was 10 minutes ago. Oh my gosh, sorry I missed it. And Starcadet Cat, excuse me. Starcade T-Cat. Star Cadet Cat. Subscribed. Velociraptor gifted a sub to Amateur Mad Hatter. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much. All right, well, if I'm gonna render this, I may as well do some zoomies. Can do some zoomies for sure. Render Slumbo. I love that y'all named it Slumbo. That's a perfect name. That's wonderful. Y'all get me. It feels good. It feels good to be gotten, you know? I appreciate that. It's a good feeling. Yeah, let's just try and make these pillows make sense. Maybe I'll define them a little less. Maybe it is more sort of like one big. We're gonna make some changes. Not too many changes, but some. For aesthetic appeal. Make the pillows a little bigger. I think that's good. Yeah. Let's see. Just sort of define these lumps a little bit. Slumbo the elephant. I said Jumbo. You probably were referring to Dumbo, though. I guess Dumbo is Dumbo like a reference to Jumbo? It's like it was like a mean name that someone called him, and then he like owned it and was like, I guess that's my name. I don't remember the story of Dumbo. That movie was freaky. The animated one. I didn't watch. I haven't seen the like computer animated / live action one, but the animated one was. I mean, I of course watched it a bunch as a kid, but I don't really remember much beyond the like really freaky elephants on parade apart. And the problematic crow characters. I imagine those did not make an appearance in the reboot. I would hope. I'll just make this one. Let's make this one fat one. You can make changes to your sketch while you're inking. That's allowed. Baby Jumbo, and one of the nasty bully elephants calls him Dumbo. There you go. Well, this is Slumbo, and that's just this elephant's name. And no one bullies them because we're past that. These elephants live in a peaceful, respectful society where they value each other and appreciate each other, and they don't call each other nasty names. And it's lovely. That's the world that this elephant. That's the world that Slumbo lives in. There's plenty of media with conflict. This one doesn't have any. I guess the conflict is like maybe sometimes Slumbo oversleeps and like misses like snack time, and then he gets kind of bummed out. But then, oh, what's this? Slumbo's friend Snacko saved him a snack. It's beautiful. It's the power of friendship. I'm gonna say this is like one wide pillow. Sort of goes like this. I think that works. I think that kind of works. We can add some like foreground grass to indicate that like this all sort of exists in a space that makes sense. Slumbo. Slumbo the elephant. Channel mascot, Slumbo the elephant. What a treat. Yeah, I was just watching the Drawfee episode we got coming out tomorrow. It's spoilers. It's a speed draw episode that we recorded so long ago that we actually recorded our audio in person for it. And it's just a real treat watching what everyone drew. It was fun watching what I drew. It's like when it's been so long since you drew a thing and you get to watch it back and you're like, oh, that's pretty good. I did a pretty good job. I'm not bad. I'm not so bad at this whole art thing. So I'm excited. I'm excited for y'all to see that. this is nice. Okay, we got this sort of thick outline. We can go in with a little bit thinner of a brush. This is a technique that I learned from Caldwell. Do a thicker size brush for the outline and then use a thinner brush for the inside, and it just gives it a little bit more visual balance, visual harmony, the stuff that you want to pop out, the forms all sort of do when you do it that way. So you are working on outside lines, working inwards. The reason for that, like I said, this is sort of a technique that I learned from just watching Caldwell, where you use a thicker sized brush for the outside, and that's sort of like, I don't know, like it like sort of defines the shape of it, and then you use a thinner brush for the inside. And so rather than constantly switching my brush size, I sort of just use the thick brush until I'm done with it, and then swap to a thinner brush. Yeah, that's all. That's all that is. And I don't always use this technique. It's just what I felt like. It's one that I'm used to. It's one that I'm comfortable with doing, and so I decided I'd just do it for this. I don't know what is going on upstairs, but something is bumping. Something is bumping. And of course, like, you can always like I've got the pressure size sensitivity on my tablet. So like even within a certain size brush, you still have plenty of line thickness variation. But I do find it's helpful to just like set it thicker for the outside, because then you know, the same amount of pressure will make it thicker than it would if it wasn't. If that makes sense. I do kind of still want like this trunk shape. I want it to be not quite as thick as the outside of the elephant, but still thicker than, say, these little notches on the inside of it. Because I just think it makes it look nicer. I don't know if that's correct technically. That's just something I do. It's just something I do. It's a habit. Boop. Yeah, I feel like this is would this be like a "we'll be right back" or a "stream starting soon" or a "thanks for watching"? Should I just make a bunch of different word combinations for this? Have like this be the image, and then I can just like throw it up for whenever I need it. Oh, just like have it be my like stream offline. But what about the big happy rainbow face? That's sort of my channel mascot. The big happy rainbow face. Oh. Well, they can share. We'll figure it out. We'll find uses for Slumbo. Don't you worry. This is nice. I like getting to spend some time on a drawing. I've gotta, you know, now that Drawfee's back, I gotta go back and like start rendering all these drawings from episodes we recorded a while ago. And that's gonna be fun. Especially since now there's a Patreon tier where people get to look at our PSDs. I actually have to make sure I'm labeling my layers so I'm not horribly embarrassed when people see how I work, how I live. We don't want that to tangent now, do we? Let's fix that. Boop. Lovely. Looking good so far, I think. Now for these mice. I wonder if I should go lineless for those. Or maybe do them on a different layer and like color in those lines. Let's add these little bits first. Getting ahead of ourselves here. Haven't even finished inking the dang elephant yet. A little shadow there where the head ends. Alright, let's take a look. See how we're doing. It's looking pretty good. Oop, forgot the tail. Tip of the tail. People were saying tail in chat. Y'all knew. We got there. We figured it out. Sort of like ropey. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be a dark color when I color it in anyway. Oh man, I'm so close to the end of Avatar. What a great show to watch. My goodness. I'm like the way they have it organized on Netflix is like multi-part episodes are just all sort of one long episode. So I'm sort of right in the middle of the final Sozin's Comet arc series of episodes. There's a great bit where a giant statue of Fire Lord Ozai gets toppled over, and I was like, that's prescient. Avatar was on some like they were on some they knew what they were talking about. They knew what they were doing. Making a relevant ass show that rings true to this day. All right, I'm gonna put these mice on a different layer, I think. so that I can futz with them a little easier. This is very therapeutic. Just hand drawing a pattern, a real simple pattern. I like to imagine one of them elephants that like knows how to paint, like hand painted this as like a gift. Do you paint clothes? That's I don't know anything. In the world of Slumbo, elephants paint their own clothes. Or at least the pajamas. I don't know if elephants wear clothes in the daytime. They do wear pajamas. That's canon. Great. You can paint clothes. When in doubt, ask the chat. Y'all know. Y'all will always know more than I do. There's just more of you. It's just more knowledge. That's just how that works. That's just math. That's just simple math right there. Oh man, this pattern is reminding me of that time we we sold that like Drawfee pattern shirt and someone got it and it just it was just one square of the pattern on the front and the back. That was so funny. We all lost our minds laughing at that. We did send her a corrected one and signed the messed up one. So, you know, sometimes if your merch gets messed up, it's actually a good thing. It's very on brand for us to be like, hey, we got this cool new merch design, and then just fully doesn't work at all in practice. These mice kind of look like clouds too. Like if you took away the tail and the eyes, you could mistake them for clouds. That was accidental, but I like it. I like that that's how it worked out. Ugh, always important to do some stretches. This is a good one. Press your hands together like that. Really stretch it out. Stretch break. Sweet dreams are made of sheep. Who am I to dream of sheep? Travel the world and the 7 sheep. Everybody's looking for some sheep. Some of them want to count sheep. Other them want to go to sleep. Everybody wants to do some stuff. Alright, I lost the thread there, but that was a fun comment in the chat, and I wanted to try it out. So thank you. Thank you for that. What else is going on? What even else is going on? No, just drawing some mice. Drawing some mice on some elephant pajamas. Pajamas. Let's see how that looks. This one looks a little messed up. But that's okay. Because again, in fiction, these mice are hand painted by elephant, so it's okay if they're a little. It's not a perfect pattern. Yeah, don't need that. All right. How we doing? It's looking pretty good. All right, let's finish up the background. Background on its own layer? Sure. Sure. Why not? Boop, boop, ba-doo. Yeah. Shrubs. Little shrubus. Some more of these little guys. Foreground. Do 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 do. Beep boop ba doop boop banam. Okay. Alright. We'll do the stars. I think the stars and moon will do lineless. So let's add some colors. Drop a little, just sort of 50% gray for the background. Color relevancy, as Julia calls it. I never called it that, but I like it. I like it as a term. And yeah, let's do some flats. Let's flat in some colors. Get a little grass, a little grassy green. The color picker over here. See how that does us. Probably add some adjustment layers too to make it. Oop! That grass got inside the pillow. Naughty. Naughty grass. How dare. How dare. Unconscionable. We some shrubbies. Oh yeah, that's a nice shrubby color. Let's fix that. Fix that pillow. I see. I see where the issue was. Right there. Right there. Not on my watch. Okay. How we doing on time? Oh, we got plenty of time. Finish this up. Might even have time for a name game. Who knows? Name game and a Q&A. I gotta book more guests. Guests are better at reading chat while I'm drawing than I am. Because I'm drawing. Hard to read chat while I'm drawing. Well, let's take a break. I finished my inks. Let's take a break for a sec. Check on y'all. How's everyone? Oh, thank you. Like my hair? I appreciate that. It's just what I got. I don't do much to it. Ooh, what's up? We've got some stuff. Summer 19 Lynn cheered some bits. Awesome Andra subscribed. Chewy on this subscribed. Mike Eagledick gave out a community gift sub. Thank you all so much. Mike Eagledick shared 5 rewards with 5 others in chat. Wow, incredible. Did someone ask what brush I'm using? Thought I saw. I'm using the brush I typically use in Drawfee episodes is the Frendon Inker brush. It's got these Frendon pencils and inks. I don't know if you can see that. Move that over. Let me move it over. Just slide it over there. Yeah, I'm using the brush. It's got a real nice pressure sensitivity on it that I like a lot. You can get some real fun line thickness variation in your work. It's like a little bit rough, but not too rough. I like it. What tablet? I'm currently using the Cintiq Wacom Cintiq 22 HD. It's what I've been using for basically my whole career. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to do. Let's try again. Clean up some of these lines actually. I've used the what's the small the 1200 as well, and that one works fine too. I mean, I think you draw with what you can. It's like I realize it's not a cheap tablet, and so I feel bad recommending it when I know that there are definitely cheaper ones you can go with. I just personally have trouble with the ones where like you're drawing down here and looking up at the screen, but like that's a skill, just like any, like you get used to. It's definitely easier to get used to drawing directly on the screen if you're used to traditional media, but like there are plenty of fantastic digital artists who know how to do the draw down here, look while looking at the screen, and those like Intuos Bamboo guys are like way cheaper. And so if you're just starting out, definitely don't break the bank on your first tablet is my recommendation. Get what you can afford. Because for a long time I didn't even have a tablet. Like when I was in high school and college, I would just draw on paper and scan it, and then just in Photoshop use like a mouse to clean up my drawings that way. and do like, you know, color and shading that way. Yeah, I think there's definitely like no one size fits all for digital drawing, but especially if you're just starting out, like no reason to uh like get the most expensive thing right at the beginning. You can see how you like something a little cheaper and easier to use. Also, I know that like the Apple Pencil, um like if you have a an iPad or any smart tablet, like they have pretty good drawing programs on those. I'm not as comfortable with those, but again, like I've seen people make some incredible stuff in Procreate. There's a mobile version of Photoshop now for those tablets as well. So you've got options. This is what I'm using. This is what I'm used to using. It's what I'm comfortable with, but if you don't yet have something that you're used to, like save yourself some money. See if you can get used to a cheap something cheap. Save yourself some money. Save yourself some time. Uh, like that. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with just working pen and paper, scan it in, do some like cleanup on it. You don't even need a tablet or like a very basic tablet. Works great. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that at all. What color should these pillows be? I'm thinking maybe like a yellow, like a light yellow, because I think that'll sort of match nicely with the grass, and then the elephant's going to be sort of more of a bluish color, I think, sort of a blue gray. And again, you like this is something that I still need to work on when picking colors. Is like the most important thing when you're coloring is just like getting them flatted in, and then you can always adjust them. That's one of my favorite things about working digital is like and you don't even need a tablet for that. It's just like flat in your colors and then use uh adjustment layers or just the adjustments tab and like futz around with the color balance and until it looks right to you. And like people, like if you follow artists on Twitter, like sometimes they will just share with you tips for free. And that's nice as well. Right, let's just go with like sort of a bluish gray for this friend here. Like, I wish there was a way to like bookmark. I mean, I guess you can just use your internet browser to bookmark, but like in Twitter, like bookmark threads with like art tips. Because that stuff is great. People who've been like professionals in the industry for a while, just like threading out a bunch of free tips. People are very generous with knowledge, I have found. And so, find artists that you like, give them a follow, maybe they'll drop some knowledge right on your noggin. You never know. I remember one day I just sort of went on like a following spree. Like I went into Julia's Twitter and just looked for artists that she was following, and then I would like look at those artists and then see what artists they were following. I just add, it's just sometimes it's a real nice break from the discourse when you're scrolling to just see see a pretty picture every once in a while in there. That's too bright. That's too bright, I will say. But that's what we can do. Adjustments. We can just sort of lower that. Make that look nice. Maybe go more sort of. That's good. I like that. It's pretty good. I guess it'll depend what color the sky is, because the sky is going to be like a night sky. Maybe I should decide that. Maybe I should decide that first. Just go with like a nice sort of deep blue night sky for this snoozing Fant. Something like that. See how this looks. Okay. Yeah. That kind of stands out. I'm into that. No, Slumbo isn't chilly. He's got his PJs on. The blanket's more like a comfort item. Like maybe when he was little baby elephant. That's what he would like wrap himself up in. Oh, here's a spot we missed. There's a little spot we missed right there. Then for this little pom-pom, let's maybe go a little lighter. Like maybe just the same, but just lighter. Oh, forgot. Contiguous sample layers. Bop. We could go lighter. We can go lighter. Something like that. Maybe that's the color for the mice as well. Sort of little light pink mice. I don't know. We're trying it out. We're experimenting here. I'm excited for the draw class streams that Julia is going to do for Patreon, because I will learn from her as well. The confidence that she has when she like goes to color stuff is something I would like to learn at some point in my life. In my life. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe this one is going to be closer to the elephant's color, but like brighter. Sort of a bright blue blanket. I like that. Or should it maybe match the pillows? Be more of like a yellow. Like a golden. Oh, I kind of like that. It's very warming. Alright, now for the mice inks. Let's oh, that's kind of fun. I was thinking maybe more of like just sort of like midway between the like that maybe. Kind of into that, just so that it's not quite as sharp of a ink on those as it is on like the actual three-dimensional forms that we're trying to represent here in this drawing, if that makes sense. And then we can give it a little shading as well. Yeah, let's give it a little shading. Where do we put the shading? Put it on this layer. And again, this is sort of like a cheat, the way I do shading. Like if you really wanted to, cause like, and I mean this gets into like color theory and that sort of thing, and like knowing that like when something has reflected light, or yeah, like something, when you see something is a color, like if something's red, that means it is reflecting red light back into your eyeballs. And so the parts of it that are in shadow are going to be not only darker, but also less red, because there's less red being reflected. So it will actually be like, and this is like something that I've only taken a couple painting courses, but like this is something that you learn in painting, is that like when you want to like make something darker, you don't just add black, you add the complementary color to it. As well. And so, you know, technically what I should be doing is like sampling every color and then like figuring out what the shading color should be for it. But I'm not doing that. I'm using a multiply layer, and I'm just using the same sort of like bluish gray because it saves time. And I think that's fine. For our purposes, it is fine. But like, if you ever looking at like a piece of art and you're thinking like, wow, these colors really pop, it's because the artist like took the time to think about the entire sort of like color scheme of the thing, and like thought about complementary colors and the way that light and shadow affect the color of things, not just like simply darkening them, but also like adjusting the colors. We're not doing that today. That's because I don't even really know how to do that. I can talk about it, I don't really know how to do it. But again, that's why you follow artists, because sometimes they'll just be bored. They'll just have seen enough art that bothers them, and they'll just be like, all right, free advice time, here it comes. And you just get some free advice. I love that. Never turn down free advice. You don't have to use it, but like, you know, have it. Have it in your back pocket in case you want it, you know? How can color theory be real if our eyes aren't real? True. You know, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that aspect of it. But like that is something that like kind of blew my mind when I you know what, maybe this should be on top of, yeah, it should be up there, so that the outlines get darkened as well. The like thinking about color in terms of like, we say this is red, you know, like you look at something that's red, say this is red, but it isn't red. It's reflecting the light back at your eyes. Your eyes are seeing it as red. And one thing that like blew my mind when just like, and maybe this is not as interesting as I thought it was, but it's like when you think about the primary colors of light, those are the primary colors that we see. You know, those are that's the visible spectrum, and that has to do with the cones in our eyes, what we're able to see, because like things are reflecting all sorts of stuff. And again, I say this as, you know, someone who has, you know, who isn't colorblind or whatever, because I mean even from person to person, like they'll see colors differently. But I just thought that was interesting, that like the primary colors aren't like innate to the things. They're that because they're the primary colors of the receptors in our eyes. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Are colors edible though? I mean, that's something I learned about in my marketing classes, that certain colors do sort of affect appetite differently. Like reds and yellows are much more appetizing colors than blues and greens, which is why most restaurants have red or yellow or both in their color scheming, and much fewer restaurants have blues and greens in their logos. That's some like color psychology nonsense for you. And everyone knows blue I mean, blue raspberry? Are you kidding me? Delicious. I don't know where you get blue raspberries, but tasty. But yeah, I'm sure someone who knows more about what I was talking about could explain it better than I just did. But I just think it's interesting. And I think it like it made me less afraid to experiment with colors, because like the way something looks to you depends so much on external factors, and so it's like you don't have to be quite as worried that like you're gonna get it wrong per se. It's just like, does it work in the context of what you're making? So like I'm probably gonna drop sort of a cool blue over everything in this because it's a nighttime scene, and right now I'm drawing it like it's daytime. But what I'm hoping is if I just sort of, if I cheat it, use these adjustment, like additional layers, some layer blending, we can make it look like it's nighttime. Nighttime for old Slumbo. Wow, it is 7, huh? Sometimes my favorite thing about drawing digitally is the undo button, because sometimes you'll think you're pressing the space bar, because when you hold the space bar, you get this little hand and you can move the canvas around. But if you press a button that isn't the space bar and you think you are, and you go to just move it, you're just scribbling. That's not what you want. It's not what I want, anyway. Maybe it's what you want. I'm not here to tell you what you want. Because it is a very starry night out in this drawing, so I do think that there will be some sort of general lighting from above in this. So we'll see how it all works out. This may be one that I have to come back to and like touch up, but I do want to get it to a place that I'm relatively happy with it before the stream ends, because y'all have watched me just sort of futz with this for this whole time, and I wouldn't want to end on a cliffhanger, you know? You deserve closure for bearing with me through this whole process. So I gotta get the stars in the sky. That's for sure. I gotta get the stars in the sky. I gotta like finish shading everything. Yeah. One of the ideas I had for a Drawfee stream is just like have the people like Karina and Julia who have been to art school just like teach me teach me to get better at drawing, teach me some techniques. Like obviously I'm aware I'm good enough at drawing. I've been doing it professionally for a while, but can always improve. And there are just certain techniques that I see them do that I'm like, well, I want to learn about that. Can you believe to learn? So maybe I can trick them into teaching me some stuff. I feel like I learn from them just like watching them on Drawfee episodes, you know? Just seeing the way they approach design challenges and anatomy and posing, but like stuff like coloring and shading, stuff that I still feel like I could use some help. Let me try something. Let me just sort of like, let me just do this. Kind of like that. I kind of like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it at this point. We're just gonna go with this for now. But I do think that I want to like just sort of for all of the colors do like a, and this might not work actually, but we're gonna try it. do like a multiply and just sort of like give everything sort of a bluish tint. Make it more sort of nighttimey. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then we can also take it a little further. And no, that's not the one we want. We want color balance. And we can again just sort of slide it closer to blue, away from yellow. For that whole, we can do that for the grass as well. Now we can add in some stars in the sky. Got our I don't know what that is. Okay, forget about that. What about this? Yeah, there's our stars. Here's our stars. Can just do like this. What I did just then was, oh, you know what? I should put it again above the should put it above the there. What I did was I made a layer that I can show you. So this layer is just like a solid this color. I used the layer style multiply and I lowered the opacity just a little bit to give everything sort of a bluish tint. And then on the color layers, I have two. I made a background layer and a foreground layer. And on both of them, I went to the adjustments panel here, image adjustments in Photoshop. The program I'm using is Photoshop. And I used the color balance adjuster. And it gives you these little sliders between cyan and red, magenta and green, yellow and blue. By the way, just so everyone is familiar, red, green, blue, those are the primary colors of light. Cyan, magenta, yellow are the primary colors of pigment. And they are complementary to one another. And I could sort of give you sort of like a half-remembered explanation of like why they're different when it's light versus pigment, but like basically light is additive, pigment is subtractive. So like when you're just dealing with colored lights, like what I'm looking at on the screen here, this is like light being, you know, these little pixels projecting light. That's just the light. The light itself is what's coming out. It's what's hitting me in my eye. That's how I'm seeing it. With pigment, when you're painting with something, what you're doing is the pigment is reflecting a type of light to your eye, but it's absorbing all of the other light. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a bad job explaining it. I Google it if you're interested. But yeah, it's like the difference between additive and subtractive, like color blending, is the best I can explain it. Yeah, like that. I don't know. I'm just gonna draw some stars. I'm just gonna draw some stars, and hopefully I can finish this up before 7:30. Nathan's partially remembered physics of light color theory class. Yeah, I'm going to be, if I'm ever on one of these draw class streams, I'm going to absolutely be the audience surrogate, just like asking follow-up questions and being like, well, can you explain why what you just did makes sense? I believe that it does, but I'd still like to know why. Any dang way. Here's some stars. Have some stars. Y'all have been good. Have some stars. Maybe I will just do a little copy paste for the stars. Little moon action. Yeah. Can give these all sort of a light glow, maybe. Lower the opacity just a smidge, and we can give it all. This is one of my favorite things to do, is just like give everything a bit of a glow. Nothing crazy, nothing too intense, but just like a bit of a glow. Let's just, let's just put them around. Can't be hand drawing all my stars. I'm too busy. Got too much else to do in my life, in my time on this earth. And that's okay. It's quite alright. Maybe a few like real little guys also. Just really shrink it. Really shrink it down and have some like little guys. Little twinklies. Right? Y'all know that song. I'd like to make myself believe. Anyway, let's put all these stars in their own little group so I don't have to look at all these layers. Boop, boop, boop. Stirs. Great. Do we want to try a little gradient? A little gradient on the sky, on the night sky. That might be going overboard, but let's try it. Now we're just messing. Now we're just messing around. Do something like that. Lower the opaque. I kind of like that. Do sort of the same thing on the grass as well. Just like a little bit of like a bluish. Just a little bit more blue. Multiply. Yeah. Don't hate it. I'm sure there's more I could do to like make this pop more. But for now, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So yeah, that's our friend Slumbo. Thank you for naming Slumbo. I do appreciate that. just gonna call this Slumbo. That's our friend. And we'll make that a little thing for those are pillows. Those are pillows. They're big old pillows for Slumbo to sleep on. They're full of dreams. They're full of soft things. Yeah, Slumbo is a friend to all, a friend to you all especially. Got time for a name game? Let's do it. Let's close it out with a name game. And yeah. Let's get oop. Yeah. That is something about these people were asking what I use to draw. And I do like the Cintiq, but it does, I don't know if the driver is just like out of date or what, but like it works, I'd say like 80 to 90% of the time good, and then sometimes it'll just decide no. So again, don't need to spend thousands of dollars on something that's gonna work not 100% anyway. You know, see what fits your budget, see what the consensus is online. I've only worked with these, but everyone's different, and different things are gonna work better or worse for individuals. All right, let's see. What do we got? Oh, some good names. Some good names in here. Well, I mean, I saw one that I liked. Let's see if maybe I'll combine it. Okay. I know what I'm doing. This is a 2-name game image. And thank you all for watching. Once again, I do appreciate it. I do enjoy these streams, and I'm excited to be streaming again with the Drawfee crew. Those folks just really, I do feel incredibly lucky that I got to meet all those folks, and that they all want to keep working with me. Makes my life much easier. Trying to get this drawing in under the wire. This is shaving a haircut and a sentient spear is the names I chose. And the sentient spears, they're just trying their best to give a haircut. How do you like your shave? Can I get you a hot towel? He's got the hot towel right here, ready to go. That's how I imagine the sentient spear talks. A little hot towel action. Man, what I wouldn't give for a shave and a haircut with a hot towel. It's been so long. Not out marching to City Hall to get one. I'll say that. I think that's wild. You know, I got a nice shave from my girlfriend Emily gave me a pretty nice beard trim the other day. Haven't gotten a haircut in a while, but she'll probably have to do that for me at some point as well. Yeah, get like just wearing like that smock they give you. Just like lots of little hair bits, little clumpuses. No matter what, the hair clumps get into your clothes too. There's no way to avoid that. Always come home and take a shower after getting a haircut. It's just the way it goes. Or else you're gonna be itchy. Let's get that barber pole. So you know it's a barber shop. Get a little shave and a haircut. Maybe like little mirror. See like the reflection over there. Various jars of product that they're always trying to sell you. I never get the product. That's not true. They sold me on the product once. But typically, I don't get the product. I just know I'm not going to use it. You know, I'm like, what's the point? Why get it if you're not going to use it? I mean, people do use it. I've just never... The only time I use it is like when they cut my hair too short and doesn't just naturally like fall where I want it. I'm ending the stream talking about my own hair. Hope that's okay. Hope that's what everybody wanted. When it doesn't naturally fall the way I like, that's when you get the product. Because I got this dang cowlick back here, and when it's too short, it just goes boing, just straight up. You can't see it. It's like it just goes straight up. And so I did get the product to tamp that down. Which I use. Haven't used recently because I haven't gone out anywhere or had hair that was that short, and you kind of need both. In order for it to be worth using. They just put like the scissors in the liquid. The little razor over here. It's plugged in somewhere. All right, that's name game. I think that's pretty good. Sentient spear, shaving a haircut. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to the stream. Let's take a look back at our drawings. Of course, got Sea Monster Me. We've got this lovely, lovely relaxing sloth hanging out by the pool. This is just a line. I don't need that. I don't need that anymore. And of course, the channel's new mascot, Slumbo. You sweet prince. Sleep so soundly, Slumbo. We all love you. All of our hopes for the future. Yeah, I like the longish hair. You only get a few days, maybe a couple weeks, but like of it being a nice long length, and then it starts to venture into sort of caveman territory, and then you have to justify it. But it's quarantine. I get to stay inside. I have a excuse for looking the way I do. Honestly, it worked out great for me. It's terrible for pretty much everything else, but I'll pass on my my happiness to y'all in the form of these streams. Corn and beans. Corn and beans. So many of those we did. What a time. Thanks for sticking with us through all that, man. Like, seriously. It's feels really good to be on the other side. And have our channel back. Yeah. That's the stream, everybody. Y'all are lovely. Thank you for naming my son Slumbo. And for watching me color him up. It was real chill. Be back on Friday, drawing some D&D characters, and then next week, Drawfee streams. So be sure to give Drawfee Show a follow if you're not following already, so you get the notifications. I realize we have not populated the channel with anything yet, but it's a process. A lot going on. Very exciting. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your night. A lovely Thursday and Friday, and hopefully see you back here Friday night for a little chill D&D time. And yeah. I guess do we raid? Is there anyone to raid right now? No. All right. Bye everybody. Thanks for watching.